we have the same hair, and that seems like a good omen to me.
Okay.
Okay.
Then I won't change mine.
Well, I don't think you could, because this has been the reason I'm telling you that is not because I don't think you can, but I know that when you have a cowlick this strong, there's nothing else you can do. Because this is the same haircut I had when I was 5 and went to Sunday school. There is nothing else you can do, right?
Don't
Look
you go
at
to
that.
Sunday school anymore?
Dude, that S curve, I know that S curve.
That just happens.
It's like there. And if they want to make you look like Rod Stewart, it's going to take an hour and a half. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Actually, when I did Beverly Hills Cop, Axel F., the director, who was a sweetheart, never directed a movie in his life, he decided he wanted my hair to look like Rod Stewart. Well, I had to use a wig. And they forgot to have one made, which takes 6 weeks. And they forgot. So about 3 days before the film, they take me to a wig place, and they said, we're going to have to go into that bin over there. And I said, oh, that's going to be great. And they pull out this thing that looked like a dead possum that animal control had thrown in a dumpster. And they dyed it, and they put it on my head. And it didn't even fit. It kept lifting up and back. And the hairstylist, who was wonderful, she did who was that? Ryan Gosling, and she did his hair in Barbie. And you know, that's her work. And she said, Bronson, can you? Is there any way you could just keep doing that during every take? And I said, because, and she said, because otherwise they're going to have to CGI it, or it'll end up on camera and everyone will know that we used a secondhand wig, please, Bronny. So I said, yes, okay, so I'm just going to make it a character thing. So I did that as Serge, and I never saw the movie because I don't watch myself.
At all?
Ever, for any reason. The only time I'll do it is for post-production sound, when they have to correct something, and then I have to watch myself. And then I go home and take a bath in muriatic acid, because I just made a promise to myself. At the very beginning of my career, I was working with people who you could tell had watched themselves. And that's not something I want to carry around. I don't want that yoke on my shoulders. I don't know what's my good side, my bad side. I don't know anything, and I don't want to know. And the people that have to carry that around are there's enough. We have enough crap to carry around. I don't want to know that, anything.
How did you get that way?
Because I worked with movie stars who were so hyper conscious of what they did that was charming, and what they did. You have to be willing, it's so obvious, but here's my motto that I developed at that time. And my motto is, when it comes to acting or anything on camera, do your best to inhabit it fully and then forget about it, because there's nothing you can do. So my motto is, live it and leave it. And what makes that possible is, don't watch yourself, don't critique, don't say, I wish they'd used a different take, just walk away. Walk away. And that has worked for me, because if you want to really, really dig, you're going to have to look ugly, because you're going to have to do ugly crying if you really want to dig, and you're going to have to not care. I mean, my favorite actors, Spencer Tracy, he didn't care. He didn't care. He even said once, I don't even know what acting is. And I agree with him. I don't know what it is. Every time I walk onto a set, I'm thinking, it'll come to me, but I don't know what it is. And I don't know that anyone thinks it is. But there are plenty of people who do, how like every cookie recipe starts with that, starts with eggs and flour and brown sugar, whatever. And then you start to make whatever you're going to make. It's got that base. I don't believe in a base. I don't have any idea what I'm going to make. I don't know whether it's going to be meringue or roast beef or anything. I don't want to know, because the camera wants to see you come up with it. And that is what I like. And it's so it's always like gulp, and I love that. I love that experience. And I think the camera does too. If it really looks like, because right now, I'm answering your question, and I don't know what I'm going to say. I'm looking into your face, and I see that you're really listening, so that's galvanizing. And then I'm looking into my own brain and thinking, what's the answer? And that's galvanizing.